Just testing to make sure that I can still read it while I'm talking. So I need to bring it down a little bit. I think this is perfect. Okay. Guess this is new, isn't it? File. Save project. Yeah, I know. 06 underscore 2. Tighten that. Making sure that the filter is in front of the mic, that the mic is in front of my mouth, that the words can be seen over the filter. I've already set up the file to be saved. It's track file number 6. Says the chapter, the title, and then the book is how I set it up to save. Okay, so I'm going to record track number 6, which is chapter 2. It's also important that your throat is well lubricated because sometimes the chapters are long and it's a lot of talking. Apparently you can pause this thing. I learned that yesterday. So always have ample amounts of water close by. We'll put the headphones on now. So I've got the voice filter. Apparently it filters pops, whatever those are, and clicks, whatever those are. And I've got my teleprompter. It's an app on my iPad, so my book is there and it will just scroll at the speed that I have adjusted it to so that I can follow along and it doesn't get ahead. I think I'm gonna take my flip-flops off. Oh, which actually makes me a little bit shorter. If it feels like you've got mist, like you're almost touching this filter, you're doing it right. If it feels like it's starting to get a little steamy, I think that's correct. Means I'm close enough. So we're going to start the record button and record chapter 2. It's not recording? Everything plugged in? All right, let's see. All right, we'll try this again. Chapter 2, Domestic War Zone. Following the divorce, my dad, at just 28, did the best he could. We all headed back into the house, the fighting behind us, and resumed our lives as children. We all headed back to the house at the fighting behind us and resumed our lives as children. I think we're going to re-record that part. See if I can find it over here. I think the hardest thing about this for this kind of a story is sharing it. I mean, I've read this book, I'm going to say 15, 20 times. I wrote it, I lived it. It still brings up some emotion. So you know. Then I back up a little bit and then scooch back a little more. Okay. Take a little breath, take a little water. All right. We were sore and a little bruised, but we felt 1,000,000% better. Like letting all the steam out of a pressure cooker or releasing the cap on a shaken bottle of soda. We all headed back into the house, the fighting behind us, and resumed our lives as children. I grabbed my backpack and pulled out all my school supplies. I filled that backpack. Sitting in that corner for several minutes, catch the guest I was while staying at her ex-husband's home. I sat stoically. I took the brunt of her words and I said nothing. 5 years spent in a hostile environment was much like living in a war zone. Shell-shocked from repeated surprise attacks, making and remaking alliances with unreliable resources, and, oh, jeez. 5 years spent in a hostile environment was much like living in a war zone. Shell-shocked from repeated surprise attacks, making and remaking alliances with unreliable sources, and literally fending for myself daily with no one I could trust in my POW camp. The summer of my 15th year was an awakening into defiance. So, that's recorded. Thanks for watching and for coming along on the ride. And now I'm gonna put this away and go start on chapter 3, Coming of Age. Thanks.